Hello and welcome to Counting the Omer 5786. This is the count for the evening of May the 14th, or going into the daytime of May the 15th, up until sunset, when it will be another day. Let's start with the blessing for this mitzvah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who makes us holy with mitzvot, and who commands us concerning the counting of the Omer. Hayom shlosha ve'arba'im yom shehem shisha shvuot v'yom echad le'omer. Today is day 43, which is 6 weeks and 1 day of the Omer. Shavatenu chesed shemalchut yevarchenu. Our cry, the kindness within sovereignty, he shall bless us. All right, we're about to study a little Torah, learn a bit about what's going on with the sefirot, and then actually read a bit of Torah. So before we do, let us say this blessing for Torah study. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'asok b'divrei Torah. We are in the 7th week, the last week of the counting of the Omer, which corresponds to Malchut, sovereignty and physical reality. This is the first day of the week, which corresponds to Chesed, loving kindness. The loving kindness of materialization. I hesitate to use the word manifestation here because in spiritual contexts, that term is often thrown about in a way that invites or enables spiritual bypassing rather than grounded work. And I want to keep us grounding the work that we're doing. It is real spiritual work, but it is also real grounded work. We can call it materialization instead. It means the same thing in this context, but without the recent cultural usage and psychological connections of the other word. We're talking about bringing love into tangible reality here. How is loving kindness materialized in the bringing down of the law, the Torah, to the people of Israel at Sinai? So I'd like to do an experiment and experience something together with you. As this week progresses, I want to read the text of the Sinai experience to you in a way that you've probably never heard it before. When we read the Torah in community, we read it in Hebrew with a melody. That melody is more than just a nice sound, and it's not just to help people memorize it either. Some people say that it's the missing punctuation, because there's also no punctuation in the Torah. I like to say that it's sort of an audiobook narration direction. It doesn't just tell you where the pauses are and the breaths are. It shows you what to pay attention to, what has emphasis, and it vocally plays out the drama beyond the straightforward words. The chant is part of the storytelling. A man named Len Fellman has created a project in which he has added the trope, the musical notation, to an English translation in a way that preserves the melody and particular emphasis as the original. I'm going to read to you from his work. As you listen to the story chanted, a few verses each day, consider if the story lines up at all with the progression of the sefirot of each day. Is there a progression of the materialization of the Sinai moment that maps onto the work that we've been doing in these past 6 weeks? Let us explore as we walk towards Sinai together. On the 3rd new moon, after the departure of Israel from the land of Egypt, on that very day, they came to the desert of Sinai. Having journeyed from Rephidim, they entered the wilderness of Sinai and pitched camp in the desert. There they camped Israel, facing the mountain. And Moses ascended to God, where they called out to him, Adonai, from the mountain, and said to him, Thus must you say to the family of Jacob, give this message to Bnei Israel. You surely have seen that which I did to the Egyptians, and I carried you on wings of eagles, and I brought you to myself. So now you must know, if you hearken and obey my voice, and hold fast to my covenant, then you will be to me a special treasure among all the peoples, since to me belongs the whole earth. Thank you so much for studying with me and counting the Omer with me. If you would like to give me some feedback, tell me what you're thinking. I'd love to hear about it either in the comments here on YouTube or join us over on School, where there's room to write slightly longer, well, not slightly, longer form journal entries or enter into conversation with other people. Either way, I hope that I will see you tomorrow.